Okay, George Barkin interview, take one. Right, and we'll keep doing it until you get it right. Okay. So, Amaya has a assignment.
Have you studied
Right. Have you studied for the assignment?
For this assignment?
Yes.
for my assignment?
Yes. Amaya has an assignment, but I'm just going to ask a few general questions. So that we can, and this is something that I'm hoping maybe we can share with the grandkids and stuff like that. But so we're going to ask you about your early life. So just start. What's your earliest memories? What are a couple of your very earliest memories?
My earliest memories, I guess, when I was 2 or 3 or so, and I was actually sitting on top of the refrigerator. Now, the significance of that is that we moved around quite a bit. My earliest memories took place during the Great Depression. And my father, as well as my mother and everybody else were unemployed, or largely unemployed, for almost 10 years, a period of almost 10 years. And so at first I don't think I felt poverty as something that had an effect on my life. But gradually it did, and I gradually realized that we were not like other people, who had jobs and money and often a car. And
So your parents, they weren't working. How did they get by? Did they have any money, or did they live on welfare?
It was a kind of sharing. That my father and his brothers, and my mother and her sister all lived in the same place. It was a rented flat, and each family was assigned one room. And so it was, if you had money, if you had a job, then you helped everybody else. If you didn't, you got your room and your food, and were assisted in any other way.
So you shared a room with your parents and your brother?
Yeah, that's right. Well, my brother, I was 5 years older than my brother, so he didn't come along until until a while afterward. Toward the end of that period, things got a little, well, you might say they got a little better, because jobs were more available, but they were a little worse because World War II was about to break out. And it meant full employment, but it also meant that the horrors of World War II were felt.
So before we get to that, so what did your father and mother do when they weren't working? Were they just at home all the time, or did they have anything to occupy their time?
Mostly, I think they were at home all the time, at home or looking for work. It must have been a pretty terrible time for them, although because I was a kid and I had another cousin, or a cousin who was almost my age. That was Judy. And another cousin who was 3 years younger, Stephen. I didn't feel it the way the adults felt it. But eventually, as I say, things got both better and worse. The war came. People got jobs in various places so that we no longer had to be confined in one area, but we went where the jobs were.
Mm-hmm. So you started in Boston, and then where did you go?
Our particular part of the family went to the Barkins, went to Worcester. This is about 50 miles from Boston. It still was poverty, but at least you were able to earn a living and hold your head up.
And so, did your mother or your father, one of them, got a job in Worcester? What kind of job?
Well, my father got a job in a war job I don't know what the first job was that caused us to move to Worcester, but you take whatever came along. It was a full-time job, and he took it. And that only to find that the war broke out the next year, and he could have had any number of jobs in shipyards in Boston and its vicinities.
Do you remember what he did?
Yep.
What the job was?
He did welding. Everybody did welding.
Mm-hmm.
How old were you at that
Sorry?
point? How old were you at that point?
I was about 10, I would say. 10, yeah. 28. 11. Early 11.
So, for my questions, the assignment wants to get at particularly gender roles that might have or might have not been assigned in the household. Were there certain things at any point in your childhood that women particularly would do, or men particularly would do, or were they generally pretty shared?
They were pretty well defined. Women, if they did work, they worked at either at home or in some kind of job designated as a woman's job, like sewing, manufacturing clothes, so. And the roles were pretty much defined for both men and women. And I don't remember this being ever being brought up. That someone should take a woman's job or a man's job for that matter.
It was just
There was another. There was